Welcome back to Between the Hashes. I am your host, Aiden. That is my co-host, Dawson. He's a beast, dude. This dude, he knows what he's talking about, man. Especially about the Lions. Don't even get this guy going on the Lions, dude. He'll fight you in a bar. I heard. Dude, look at that arm. Look at that, dude. Look at that cast and reel, dude. Golly, this boy's a
Jeez.
beast. This boy's a beast. Scoot back a touch, bro. Yo, hat. Oh, he's out the frame, fam. There we go. There we go. Now, dude, when I make thumbnails, it won't be a pain in my ass now. You
Yep.
know how hard it is for me to find a frame when you're all the way in? Dude, I didn't want to cut off the top of your head, dude, and I felt bad, so I always had to wait for you to be leaning back like this or something. There we go. Easy thumbnails for your boy, man. Let's go. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling like I just ate a chicken sandwich.
Hell yeah. I'm looking at our notes that we have for today, and I think today we're going to be a lot more well scripted than yesterday. Not that yesterday was bad, obviously, but I think we're going to be a lot better with our stuff today. We're going to be
Yeah.
a lot more on track today, I feel like. So it's going to be a good episode, you guys. Tune in. Get you some popcorn if you're watching up on your TV. Get something, relax. It's going to be a chill environment. Just talk some football. Just two dudes talking football, man. What could be better than that? So let's start it off with, now we know the season's over. Seahawks won the Super Bowl. So, the next thing to look for is the combine, which will be happening in March. And after that, we'll have the draft. And then, those are like the two biggest events coming up after the Super Bowl. So, this is the time where teams are made. You think about, all the work you do during the postseason and all the work you do during, the regular season and to make it to the Super Bowl. This is where it's made right here. This is where the trenches are formed. This is where identities are made. And it's now or never for a lot of teams. Looking at New England, and I know you have notes over there for the Lions on
Yep.
where they pick. So New England, we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 picks in the draft. That's a lot. 11 picks. And we have 5 in the top 100. So we have 5 top 100 picks. We pick at 31, 63, 95. We have 2 round 4s. We have a 5th round pick, 6th round pick. We actually have 4 6th round picks and then around 7 picks. So there's a lot of different ways New England, I think, should probably go with this. You know, um, I think their biggest need is offensive tackle for me, right? I think interior offensive line at guard is still a big immediate need, I think of. Wide receiver, I would love. I know I've talked about this briefly on my channel. We have the quantity of receivers, but we don't maybe have the quality.
Yep.
So I would like for us to target receiver. And I'm gonna get into who I think they should go after. I have it right here. I just kind of made my own little mock draft based off of like PFF grades and
Right.
people that I think would fit the Mike Vrabel system.
Right.
I think we need to go after some corners. I love Marcus. I love Carlton. I just think we need more positional depth there. It's
Yep.
always important to have depth. Safety, same situation. Jalen Hawkins is a pending free agent, so we don't even know if he's really going to be there. Linebackers, I would love to get somebody in the mix with Robert and Christian Ellis. So, the first guy I'm going to bring up is Sonny Styles. Man, he's a linebacker out of Ohio State. Sorry, I kind of froze right there because I farted. So little delay on that, right? But he's a linebacker out of Ohio State. He's a Mike linebacker. He's your quarterback of the defense, right? And I think
Yep.
that's what New England needs right now, right? I know Christian Ellis is kind of that quarterback of the defense right now, but I think Sonny Styles, who matches up at 6'5", dude, to get someone like him on that side of the ball, bro, and somebody that can move like Sonny Styles can move, bro. That would be amazing. You know how much juice I feel like he could bring to the defense just from
A
his
lot.
athleticism alone?
Yeah.
Like, and there's more I'll talk about. I just think that the linebacking core could be better. I didn't necessarily put down any corners. I think we should go after because I'm talking strictly like first round who I think we should target, right?
Right.
So I looked at the corner the corners that were on the board that or would be on the board there. I just didn't see anything that I liked. So the next guy I went Denzel Boston, wide receiver. He's 6'4", so he's a big guy, right? Think of a guy I like to compare him to is kind of Quentin Johnston. You know him from the Chargers.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Kind of the big guy that can really get some rack yards. He can go up and get it. We really kind of seen Quentin Johnston upgrade his game this year a lot with that this year. So I think that's a good comparison for him. He has an 88 PFF grade, which is pretty high, right? Like a lot of these guys are 88s plus. So I think someone like him could give us some juice, right? We need the true X receiver. And I'm not saying Steph didn't do a good job because he did. He definitely helped so much. But I think in terms of an X guy, Denzel Boston could help, right?
Oh yeah.
Now, here's some of that I know you want Detroit to pick up. My next guy that I have is a guy that I know you want Detroit to get. You know who I'm going to say, don't you?
Yep.
Caden Proctor.
Yep.
The tackle out of Bama. He's 6'7". 6'7". He's got an 86.1 PFF grade, so not as highly graded as these other guys, but I still think very useful. Especially for what New England needs, right?
Yeah.
Will Campbell got beat quite a bit this postseason. The offensive line in general got beat. Vidarian Lowe did not play good. Will Campbell did not really play the best. Morgan Moses played okay at times. So any big boy up front helps.
Right. Yeah.
Any big boy up front helps. So I think those are my three guys that I really love to see us go and make a push for, dude.
Well, I got 4 prospects I'm really looking towards for Detroit to get, and you already said one of them, guys. So I mean,
Caden, yep.
dude, I feel like because Detroit, we need some defensive linemen. We really do. Like it's known that that's what we need really bad. Like I was looking at like TJ Parker from Clemson. He's a really high floor defender with like significant improvement and could be like really good for our team in the long run because like I don't know, he just has that like dog in him, that athleticism,
That dog in him, I like
very
it.
good, like amazing blocker, you know what I mean? He's just I feel like he got that in him. And like I was looking at this other dude, Arvell Reese
Arvell Reese, yep.
from Ohio State. He's a top 3 edge prospect right now in the
Dude,
26. So I
not
mean,
only is I'm gonna add on to that for you. Not only is Arvell Reese an amazing edge rusher, dude, he can play off ball linebacker. Like he can sit back
yeah,
middle linebacker and drop back into coverage and get in these passing lanes. So I like Arvell Reese for Detroit, honestly.
yeah.
I just don't know. Dude, where do you guys pick in the first round?
We pick. I think. We pick number 17. We get the
He might fall, dude. He might get there. I don't know. Arvell Reese is projected to go pretty high. So it'd be kind of tough, but dude, if he falls, yeah, if he falls, dude, that'd be like the pickup of the century for
right.
Detroit. That'd
Yep,
be
and
nuts.
then like for our picks are looking pretty smooth. Like honestly, obviously we got 3 6-round picks, and they're all from like we got 1 6-round. Our first 6-round pick is from Cleveland, and that's pick 816, and then we got pick 203 from Minnesota from the Vikings, and we got pick 212 from the 49ers. So it's like right there, that's 3 6-round picks, and it's more so, you're not getting the best of the best when you're picking in round 6,
But
you
you're
still,
picking up depth, good
yes,
depth.
exactly.
Dude,
You
you
get
never know.
good
Antonio
deficit of
Brown was a
people.
6th-round pick.
Yep,
Tom
exactly.
Brady, 6th-round pick. So you
Yeah,
never know.
that's true. And we get round 7 pick. We pick 222nd, round 7. So
Yeah, nobody gives
that's
about
not
a 7th
bad.
round pick unless if you're Brock Purdy, of course.
Yeah. And we get a round 2 pick. So and a round 4. We pick 50th in round 2.
So you guys picked 17th in the first round, right?
Yep.
Okay, so a lot of the guys you've named, I could see them falling.
Yeah.
I think your most likely is maybe I don't even know. Arvell Reese probably will go like top 10, dude. I'm not gonna lie, just because
And
of his
another
ability.
prospect is Akeem Mesidor from Miami.
Yeah,
Oh my God, dude. I was looking at him. He really just, like, he's a very versatile defender. Like, he literally got, 12 and a half sacks in 2025. So
yeah.
not like That's pretty good. I feel like,
That's
especially
not like game break, but like
yes.
those are good numbers for a defensive lineman.
I just feel like he fits the starter mold of our team like so good.
Yeah.
Like if he could do that, like on top of that, we got Aiden Hutchinson, who's, he's he's a dog.
Dude, he'd help that front seven out a
Yes.
lot. So yeah.
I feel like he's a good fit for us. Like he really would be.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. So I'm happy with the picks we got, and I'm really hoping that we pick up a couple of those people I just said because I feel like they would be very good for our team,
Yeah.
for like a
Um,
full mold for our team.
right. And a thing that's interesting with the draft is it's so hard to project because you don't know what trades are going to be made. You don't know what coaching moves are going to be made. You don't really know a whole bunch of what's going to be made, like free agents. Like, this is the list of who we got being pending free agents right now. We have Austin Hooper, Caleb on Chason, Jalen Hawkins, Jack Gibbons, Jonas Johnson, Alex Austin, Tommy DeVito, which, Tommy Cutlets, I love him, and then Vidarian Lowe. So, like, who's to say we re-sign them? If we don't re-sign Hooper, who's to say we don't get a tight end in the draft? So it's just that's why I love draft season so much because it's so hard to predict like what's gonna happen
hmm
because of how many moves can happen. It's so
You really
interesting. I love
never
this time of
know.
the year.
Yeah,
It's so interesting. I love it. Like I know you guys have quite a bit of free agents, right?
we got four right now
Four.
that are
Okay,
pending, so it's not like, but a
that's
lot
not a
of like
lot, but
three out of four though are defense. So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
why I said we need some defensive people, because we
yeah.
got our linebacker Alex Anzalone. He's a free agent right now. And even we got a wide receiver Khalif Raymond. He's a free agent.
He's a big special teams guy for you
Yes,
guys too.
yes, he really is. And we got, Marcus Davenport. He's a
Yep, good pass
defensive
rusher.
end.
Yep,
Yeah, so I mean and we got Levi freaking. Don't
Anzarike.
clown me how I say. Yeah, just say it for
Yeah,
me.
don't worry,
You
I
know,
saved you because we were talking about it pre-show, and you
I
kind of
can't
botched
pronounce
it.
that name.
It's all
Yeah,
right though. It's all
but
right.
yeah, that's a lot of defense that we need to make up. Like, and obviously, we can always sign them back, but you never know
Right,
if we're going to.
right.
It's
Yeah,
not our choice, sadly.
it's that's that. Like I said, man, that's just why I love draft season, dude. It's
Yep,
so unpredictable. You never know what's
unpredictable.
gonna
Yep.
happen. Last year, dude, the Jaguars traded up to two with Cleveland to take Travis Hunter. And I thought Travis Hunter was a lock to go to Cleveland. Like I seriously, like every mock draft I did or just about, I either had Shador Sanders, which he still ended up going to Cleveland, just not where we thought, or Travis Hunter. So it's just you never know what's gonna happen on draft day. The most
Mhm.
craziest trade could happen in 2023. Another good example: the Texans had the number 2 overall pick. They took their guy C.J. Stroud, and then they traded
Yep.
back to number 3 and got Will Anderson Jr.
Yeah.
So there's some moves in the draft that you just don't expect, man. You don't
They
see them
wow you.
coming, dude. They hit you blindside, bro.
Yeah.
Good movie, The Blind
Yep.
Side, by the way.
But that's a great movie.
That is, I like that movie. Dude. You hear the guy? He came out and said like basically everything in the movie wasn't true, essentially.
What?
Yeah, I don't know for sure, but he came out and was like, a lot of the things that happened in that movie never actually happened to me or something. I don't
That
know. I seen
that's
that
crazy.
recently though. My dad was telling me about it. I was like, dude, no way. That's kind of funny. Yeah, I love draft season, dude. I maybe it's because New England has sucked for so long the last couple years, last about half decade or so. So I've always just been used to the April mock drafts being early for me.
Yep.
Mock draft season is so fun because you can just experiment with what different things your team could do. Like if you're uh excuse me, if you're a Raiders fan, I mean, I'm sure it's Fernando Mendoza locked at number 1, but dude, you can really like think like what your team needs and who do you think. It's just exciting as a fan because
Yep.
you feel like you have hope, right? You feel like your team can do something, and that's why I say like these next couple months from March to about June before like rookie mini camps and all that.
Yep.
These are when teams are made right here, I
Yeah,
believe.
and I love drafts, and I also love the postseason because I love watching how it
Yeah,
all unfolds.
it's the
Yep.
accumul that word, accumulative of everything that's happened, coming
Yep.
together. And you want to know something funny? A little bit of an off topic here. So I used to make mock drafts all the time, like on paper. And I
Yeah.
found my first ever mock draft from 2018, and I got like the first 8 picks right. I had Baker going number 1 to Cleveland. I had Saquon going number 2 to New York. I believe Denzel was 3 or 4. I don't know, but I found it randomly, and I think I threw it away now. I don't know. It might be somewhere, but I just randomly found it. I was like, dude, no way. Like 15-year-old me was scheming this stuff up, bro. Come on, man. I was
Somebody signed
accurately.
this man as an assistant coach. Like
Yeah, come on,
he's on
man.
the table.
Put me out there and scout. I'll go do it all, man. I'll go do it all. So, this is gonna be a fun one right here. This segment. You know it's coming, don't you? You know it's coming.
The hot seat.
The hot seat take, baby. What we're gonna do is we are hopeful. Now we didn't talk about what we picked for our hot take before the show, so we have no idea what each other picked. So we're hoping we disagree with what their take is. But basically, what we're gonna do is you're gonna have 30 seconds, or we'll do a. Should we do a minute? I don't know,
I
30
say a
seconds
minute.
to a
Yep.
minute ish to try to convince the other person why they think their hot take is valid and see if we can flip their opinion on it. You ready?
Yep.
My hot seat take: the Lions missed the playoffs yet again, and the championship window has officially closed. Here's why. The Lions have only gotten worse without Ben Johnson. Only gotten worse. They're losing talent everywhere. We just talked about their pending free agents on defense. Um, they haven't really had a stable defense even when they were in the playoffs, and I don't think it gets any better. I don't think they improve. I think the Lions are mediocre again this year because of the rise of the Chicago Bears, and obviously the Green Bay Packers are still good too. So I believe they missed the playoffs yet again, and I don't think they're a championship contender team anymore. I think
Okay.
2023 was their year to try to make it, and they blew it.
Okay. Now my turn. Okay. This is how I feel about that. I agree on some things you said, but I
Okay.
completely disagree with the fact that I don't think that we're going to the playoffs because, or you don't think we're going to the playoffs. My bad. But you got to think of how many players we did have out this year. It was a total of 20 players that didn't play this year, and a lot of like Brian Branch is one of our best defenders. Like Laporta, our tight end, he was a big
Yeah.
contributor on offense, like a really big contributor. And like you said, with Montgomery leaving, I definitely understand, but that's not guaranteed yet that he's gonna leave us. So,
Yeah.
that's gonna play a big factor. So I'm not saying I completely agree, but I somewhat come to terms that we may not make the playoffs. You
So I
know,
didn't flip you.
Here's the thing, because you do bring up some solid points. Our 2023 was our year for sure. Like that was the
Yeah.
year I thought we were going to definitely go, if not even to the Super Bowl. I thought because we did almost make it to the Super Bowl. Like we
Blew a
got close.
24-point lead, dude.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
It was
saying.
pretty
Like,
bad.
but I feel like a lot of that has to do with our coaching too, because they made some very questionable calls there at the end. Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying is you lose Ben Johnson, and I mean nothing's been better for you
right.
guys.
I don't necessarily think you flipped me, but you definitely opened my mind to where you're
Okay,
going.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
But
I think.
obviously,
I
as a
think.
Lions fan, I still think we might go to the playoffs. I
I
don't know.
just, dude. I just think the Bears, bro, coming up with Ben Johnson now, it's gonna be even harder now to make it with them because the Packers are still gonna be good. They got Matt LaFleur. I almost said Mike LaFleur. They got Matt LaFleur,
Jordan
and
Love.
I right. They got Micah Parsons coming back healthy. They got Jordan Love. They got good weapon. Like the Packers are still gonna be good, I believe. And the Bears are also going to be good. It's really hard for 3 teams in a division to make the playoffs.
Right.
So I think they'll be competing with Chicago and even Minnesota. If they figure it out, dude, that team is going to be elite too. They're
Yeah.
about a
I
quarterback away
definitely
from
feel
being a
like you're
Super
right
Bowl
there because
team.
we definitely have one of the hardest divisions, I feel like, as in most
Oh, yeah, dude, the
consistent team.
NFC North is a dogfight.
Yeah, it really is. But
It's a dogfight.
It it all depends on me where it's gonna go. As if like our players that come back from an injury are going to play like they did pre-injury. Because if that's the case, I
Right.
feel like we
Yeah.
will make it to the playoffs. But if they don't play how they used to play, which is very hard to, can speculate. Just like when Stefan Diggs, he got injured, everyone was like, "Oh, he's gonna come back and he's gonna be so what." Aiden Hutchinson, when he got injured, he came back better than ever. It really just varies if how they play, because
That's
with
a good
all of our
point. Yeah.
injured players, like I I'd say you definitely turned my head, but I wouldn't say, I still think there's definitely a possibility we can make the playoffs.
Ah,
So
fucking shuck knuckles, dude. I thought I got you.
you'll definitely
No
almost had
huevo. I was close, man.
you were
I thought
close.
I really had a. I thought I put up a really strong argument there.
You definitely did.
So, hey, editor, cut that shit out, man.
Let's not talk about
So,
the grilled cheese burritos.
yeah, I scarfed a grilled cheese burrito down before we
Okay.
hopped on the show. So,
Yep.
yeah, it's not looking too good for your boy here. I'm gonna put this up here. I think it looks good. Yeah, we gotta rep New England, baby. We gotta rep any. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Your boy's back. Okay.
I prepared for this shit, bro. I got another Coke already on deck because I knew I was gonna drink that shit before the
I
show
know.
was
I had to
over.
go grab my other Fago. That's what I was doing.
Who do you think's going to Super Bowl 61? Let's get a prediction, man. Super Bowl 61 is going to be in Los Angeles at SoFi again. Who you got going, man?
Okay, so I got two teams that I think are gonna be really good this year. Like I
Okay,
think honestly I do see Seattle having a potential to go back to the Super Bowl. I
that would
really
be
do.
interesting.
Yep,
Yeah,
I think that they are definitely a top prospect to go back to the Super Bowl again.
yeah.
And I was really heavily thinking about the Eagles, but after seeing them this year, I really can't just put them up there because they did not
Yep.
play. They played all right this year, but they were not like the 2024 Eagles at all.
So you got the Seahawks for the NFC.
Yep.
Who do you got representing the AFC side for Super Bowl 61?
Hmm.
Tough.
I'm gonna have to say probably the dude. Honestly, the Patriots ain't a bad like response because the Patriots. You don't think the Patriots even have a chance?
No, no. I think the AFC is going to be too competitive next year. Yeah, I don't think the Patriots are going to make it between me and you guys. AFC is going to be too competitive. Lamar's probably going to be back in the playoffs, I would bet, with a new coach. I think, I just think it's going to be too competitive. I think Joe Burrow and the Bengals will get back. It's just, I can't pick my team, man. It's going to be too stacked.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, so honestly, I got it's so much harder to pick from the AFC. I'm not gonna lie, because
It's so much more competitive, yeah.
yeah, it definitely is. Hmm. Who do you got? Who do you got for the AFC?
So, my Super Bowl prediction, I'm going to go with the Rams.
Yeah,
Okay. I have the Rams going to the Super Bowl again, and then I have the Ravens. I
the
have the Ravens
Ravens.
Rams. I have Ravens Rams. I just think Lamar with a new coach, I think gets over the hump, and I just think that LA is too talented of a team right now. It's the end of Matthew Stafford's career. I think they go again before Stafford retires.
Okay.
Now, who do I think will win that? I don't really know. It's so hard to project because we're just projecting into the future, right? So it's hard to project who I think would win that matchup because we don't know how these future teams are playing. So I got Ravens, Rams. I would even throw the Bills in there, but I think it's gonna be the Rams on the NFC side. I could go Ravens, Bills, Bengals. Call me crazy, maybe. If they figure shit out, dude, the Bengals are still a good team. It's just they've had the worst of luck with injury and their offensive line
Yep.
sucks. So, um, yeah, I just think it's gonna be the Rams and somebody from the AFC. Probably most likely either Ravens or Bills, though, for me. That's who
The
I
Bills
would.
are. I was honestly thinking about the Bills too, but
Yeah.
dude, the reason I even thought of the Patriots is because I'm not gonna lie. After last year, did not think the Patriots were gonna do what they did this year at all. You know, like at all. Like it's just that big wow factor for me. I didn't even think the Broncos were gonna do as good as they did this year. Like I don't
Right.
think nobody did. Like I don't know.
Dude, this year was a crazy one for the playoffs. It
It
was
was.
definitely a huge mix-up. So it's really hard to. That's why it's so hard to predict because you just never know who's gonna make the jump forward, who's gonna make the jump back. It's just
Yep.
so much you just can't predict.
Yep.
So
Exactly.
much, so much. Now this kind of segues into a good one. Who's your most overrated team in the NFL right now?
Okay.
Who do you think's the most overrated? Oh God, here we go.
This is not like nothing personal to to the Philly fans, but I'm gonna go with the
Oh
Eagles.
God.
I'm going with the
Ooh.
Eagles. I really am, and
What makes you
this is
say
my
that?
argument because this year versus last year. Let's go over some stats, okay? From this year versus
Okay.
last year.
Oh, he's got the
Okay.
stats, man. It's raps for
Yes.
Philly.
So this year they ranked 25th in total yards. 25th in total yards. Last year they ranked 8th in total yards. That's a big factor. And then you got like this year they were 22nd in scoring. Last year they were like 6th or 7th.
Well,
6th,
just
7th.
because a team drops off doesn't mean they're over. Like, just
Well,
like,
I feel like everyone expected them to be more dominant. That's why I think that
oh,
they're
okay,
so
I see.
overrated.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Yes.
I see what you
Like
mean.
if you compare all of their stat, like even in third down conversions, which is a big one.
Yeah, it's the money down.
Last year they were 10th, and this year they're 29th.
Yeah, their offense was pretty. Dude, Kevin Patullo sucks.
Yes.
Kevin Patullo fucking sucks. If I'm a Philly fan, I'm so glad he's gone.
Yeah.
Seriously, that dude was mad trash, bro.
That's just the
Mad
reason that
trash.
I have them as the most overrated is because if you go over
Yeah,
their stats and like the amount of people that love which I don't get me wrong, the Eagles is a good team. I like the Eagles. I always have liked the Eagles. It's just like even on social media, you always see some stuff about the Eagles about how dominant they are, and then this year I just don't feel like they met up to them expectations that they should have with what they still
right.
had.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. So that's your argument.
Yeah.
So I got an AFC team for mine. I have the Chargers.
Oh, okay.
I have the Chargers. This is why, dude. Jim Harbaugh was supposed to come in and be the savior and be that guy, right? They haven't made it past the wild card round since then. Justin Herbert has one playoff win in 6 years in the NFL. I'm gonna read you a list, okay? I'm gonna read you a list. Where's my list here? All right, you ready for this list?
Yep.
Jalen Hurts, Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, while on the Browns even, C.J. Stroud, Jared Goff. You want to know what that list was?
What?
All quarterbacks that have more or the same amount of playoff wins as Justin Herbert. And people try to tell me he's top 5. And this is another reason why I think they're overrated is I think Justin Herbert has so much media vulnerability. And I understand the offensive. Listen, I'm getting this out of the way so Chargers fans don't hang me on a cross. I understand the offensive line issues. Okay? I understand it. Trust me. I get it. As a Patriots fan who just watched his offensive line get obliterated and seen what that made Drake look like, I understand it. But it has been every year with Herbert. He's been top 5. In regular season stats, yes. Okay, I'll give you that. He has been top 5 regular season stats every year. I don't think he's a top 5 overall quarterback. He's top 10. I'll give you top 10. I'll even give you top 7, top 8. He's not top 5 to me because to me, when contributing what makes a quarterback great, playoff wins attribute so much to me. Because why do you play the game? To win a Super Bowl. So if your quarterback, your guy in charge, can't even win you the games to get you to the Super Bowl, what good is your guy?
How effective is he? Yeah, if he can't even win
So,
the playoff game.
and I know the argument's going to be, well, Lamar Jackson only has 3 playoff wins, or is it 2? He has like 3 or whatever, right? But Lamar Jackson has been to AFC Championship games multiple times. Josh Allen has been to AFC Championship games multiple times. They're closer than what Justin Herbert has been. This dude
Right.
has one playoff win in 6 years in the NFL.
That's
And the quarterbacks I just named do you really think that they try to tell me he's top 5, okay?
more.
Jared Goff went to a Super Bowl. Now, is he a product of a great offense? Sure. But at the end of the day, the quarterback will always dictate a game more than the team. Okay? Unless if it's your defense. If your defense is really
Yeah, 'cause
that
defense
elite,
wins
then
Super Bowls too.
obviously
Yeah.
defense is right. They could take over. But CJ Stroud, there's a guy that they just love to trash on, but he has more playoff wins than your guy who's supposedly top 5.
I
Right?
definitely, I
So
definitely agree with that. The Charger. Yeah. Okay.
they try to trash on Baker Mayfield all the time. Baker has more wins than Herbert does in the playoffs. Fuck, dude. He has more playoff wins than Herbert when he was on the Browns.
Yeah.
Well, he has one, but he has the same amount of playoff wins as he does Herbert when he was on the Cleveland Browns. The worst team this century.
And he's been for
And you're
6
trying to
years.
tell me,
In 6
and you're
years,
trying to
one.
tell me that this man is top 5. I'm not having it. I think the Chargers are overrated. I think they are a good team. I don't think they're as dominant as people are trying to make them out to be. And I understand the offensive line issues. Trust me, I get it. Okay. But I'm just saying, eventually your guy needs to take the step, right? Okay. It
Yeah.
cannot be the offensive line every damn year because first it was the weapons. It was Herbert has no weapons. They went out and got Lad McConkey, who's been nothing but Justin Herbert's security blanket.
Yeah.
They've got a new coach who ran such an elite system with the Chargers, and I'm tired of hearing about the Chargers being the dominant team. No, I think the Broncos are better than. You're not even the best team in your division. Don't talk to me about the Chargers being elite, and so that's who I got.
Okay. I
Got a
definitely
little
agree.
heated there, but
I definitely agree with that. I'm not gonna lie. The only reason that I brought up the Eagles is just because the Eagles were one of my favorite teams, and I really looked into their stats. Like even the last 2 years versus this year, it's just the overall
right,
rankings and all their standards just don't. They're just I don't know.
yeah, yeah. It's just, dude, the Chargers get my blood boiling because like I said, Justin Herbert. I'm not trying to say he's not a great quarterback because he is, but he's not top 5, dude.
Honestly,
He's not top 5.
He's slithering to top 10. Like you said, he's probably like 8, maybe 8-ish. I'd put him at like 8,
I would
probably.
put Sam Darnold above him.
Yeah.
I would. Talk to me about top 5, bro. No. All right. So we've talked about a lot of stuff this episode, and I got pretty heated there, pretty passionate about that, as you can tell. So yeah, we're gonna stick to the subject of winning big games. We're gonna talk about a player that if they don't win a ring, how would we view them? Would you like to go first? I've been going first every segment.
Okay.
I feel
Yep.
like you should have the floor. Go ahead, rip her off, baby.
Okay. In
Come
my
on.
opinion, I'm gonna start off with that. In my opinion, okay, I'm gonna go with Jameer Gibbs because I don't. I'm not saying I don't see us going to the Super Bowl and winning, but if he does, like he has stated several times, he wants to stay with the Lions throughout his career. If he does stay with the Lions and we don't end up taking him to the Super Bowl, how I will view him is I'm still gonna view him the same as if he doesn't win a ring. This is
You
my
know,
Okay, this is
go
my
ahead.
saying right here. The reason that I don't see him, like if he doesn't win a ring, why I see him the same, anyways, is because the amount of impact that he has had. Like he just, the Lions before him, like don't get me wrong, Montgomery had his shine. Like he definitely had his time to shine. He was amazing. Like he was doing great, he was doing good. But when Gibbs came into the play, I definitely feel like they overplayed him. Don't get me wrong. Like they definitely there was times where they should have ran the ball with Montgomery and still ran it with Gibbs. Like I
Yeah,
stated in our previous episode, you give that man an inch of space, he'll make it a mile of space. Like literally he in my opinion, he's one of the best running backs that's in the league today. Like for
yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Like he's just so fast, he's so elite like even if he doesn't win a Super Bowl ring, I feel like he definitely will still have that impact and people will still realize what he did for our team.
yeah.
Like I don't see my
That
change.
you might view him as like a Barry Sanders, a great running back that you guys had that just never got to win it all, right?
Yeah.
who was kind of like the guy that put the team on his back constantly, and they just
Yeah.
never found a way to win. So that's good. Yeah. My guy I got is somebody I'm pretty passionate about is Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
If Lamar doesn't win a ring, how would we view him? Well, we're gonna look at him as we do Dan Marino, I believe. You know, one of the greats that could never get it done. And you could swap Lamar with Josh Allen, in my opinion. So if you're a Josh Allen guy, just swap Lamar with Josh for what I'm saying right now, because I seriously believe Josh and Lamar are in the same situation when it comes to this. I think if Lamar doesn't win a ring, he'll be viewed as a great that could never get it done. I think it would hurt his legacy a little bit all time,
Mm-hmm.
because you can't be ranking a guy with no wins, no Super Bowl wins in the top five automatically, right? Everybody we think of, Brady, Peyton, Montana, Rodgers, Breeze, all those guys, rings, right? So he would immediately be excluded from top five talks, no matter what, in my opinion, right? And I just think he'll become one of the greatest quarterbacks, just like Dan Marino, who never got
Couldn't
it,
get
right?
it done. Yep.
And that's if he don't win a ring. What if he never even makes a Super Bowl? Because at least Dan Marino made it to the Super Bowl,
Yep.
just couldn't win it. What if Lamar or Josh doesn't make it at all? How does that even hurt their legacy? Because then you're really talking. Could you even put them top 10 with no Super Bowl appearances?
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
the
If
only
you're just a
reason I
regular
would
season,
his run game, that like we've never seen a quarterback with that.
right? But I'm saying, dude, I'm telling you, when Lamar retires, if he never makes it to a Super Bowl, it will affect his argument for top 10
Yeah, I see
instantly.
that.
Instantly, you cannot. I do not believe you can rank a quarterback off of being a regular season merchant. In my opinion, you just can't. You can't. If your guy has never even been to the big game for you, you cannot put him in the midst of all time greats who have been there and done it. If Lamar never even makes it, Terry Bradshaw would be a better quarterback all time because Terry has the rings. Terry's been to Super Bowls, right? So it makes it extremely difficult to make a case for Lamar or Josh to even be top 10. And it's unfortunate, but it's just the sad reality of ring culture, right? You've got to win the big game.
You got to have
The
the rings
point,
to back it up. I understand what you're saying. Yeah,
yeah,
100%.
the point of this game is to win a Super Bowl. The
Yeah.
point of the NFL is to win a Super Bowl. The point of the NBA is to win the NBA Finals, right? The point
Yep.
of the NHL is to win the Stanley Cup. The point of the MLB is to win the World Series.
Yep.
Championships define legends. If you cannot make it there, you are not a legend. You are a Hall of Very Good.
Yep.
That's
That's
my
why
closing argument.
I understand that because that's this. It goes in the same concept in every other sport, like basketball. That's why Michael Jordan's the best because he has 6 rings and he was 0 in the finals, lost 0 finals. You know what I mean? Like,
That's why he has a
yeah.
huge GOAT debate
Yep.
for him, right? Yeah.
Exactly. I understand what you're saying. A lot of
Yeah.
people. That's why they put Tom Brady over other people too. He got all them rings to fucking back.
He has
it
the
up.
hardware, dude.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
What does he have? Like 7.
7. He has more
Yep.
than any franchise, dude.
Yep.
So
And 6
yeah,
were with one team. That's a loyal. You know. That's
it's just, dude, it's just so unfortunate because I love Lamar Jackson. I love Josh Allen. It pains me to say it as a Pats fan, but I can put stuff aside, right, and appreciate greatness when greatness is deserved to be appreciated. And I do like Josh Allen.
yep.
He's an awesome quarterback. He's an amazing guy. So it would be upsetting to never see him get one, or Lamar especially when it's so dominated by Mahomes. He has so many, and it just goes to show how good Mahomes is too, right? So
Yeah.
it's kind of like Brady in the 2010s. A lot of them AFC quarterbacks never got their chance because of how dominant Brady was. The only rival that Brady had in the 2010s was Peyton. You know,
Yeah.
he was the only one who had Tom's number in the playoffs. So it's kind of what we're looking at with our quarterbacks now, with Lamar and Burrow when he eventually gets back in there, and I believe he will. So it's just it would suck because we're kind of witnessing the Brady dominating the playoffs era for our generation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Most definitely.
I just it would suck. I love Lamar, dude.
Yep. I'm gonna grab my popper real quick. I'll be
All right,
back in the jiffy like peanut butter.
tell him, bub.
Alrighty.
Yeah. I think that's a really good argument though for Lamar.
Yeah, it definitely is. Though, like that would affect, like I was talking about Jameer Gibbs. That would definitely affect his legacy too if he don't win. Like if he don't win a ring.
Well, I feel like it's less important for running backs though than because Barry's the best running back of all time. He's never won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that is true.
So I
Yeah,
think
it's
ring
kind of.
culture is just strictly quarterbacks.
I do. I will say this though: if Jameer keeps up what he's doing, like if he can be as efficient in the league, there's no doubt in my mind that he will end up as a top 10 running back. But it's hard
Yeah,
to say because
right.
he could get injured in the next game he plays and have a
Yeah, it's
career-ending
hard
injury.
to predict. It's hard to
Yeah, it's
predict. Yeah.
which brings us to our next topic: the most valuable player who we thought those like had the most impact on their team individually.
Okay, so we're not going off of who's the best player. We're going off of like who impacts the team the most.
Yep.
Okay. You go ahead. You go first because I'm interested to see who you have.
Okay, so this is, I know that like this person did get the MVP. I'm talking about Matthew Stafford here.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and this is why I think that it's not
Yeah.
just because he won the MVP. It's
Oh,
because he has 4,700 passing yards, which is a very good amount. That's a lot of passing yards.
that's
Two
high of the
hundred
high, dude.
236 first downs. That's a good amount of first downs right there. Yeah. I feel like he was just such an important piece to his team. Like, even though he did have like very good receivers, he had
Yeah.
Puka, who was a dog. Devontae Adams, he's older, but he's still
Still a beast. He'd
still a
still put the
beast.
routes on you.
Still a beast. The reason that I put him like as a most valuable player of his team is because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect him and Puka or him and Devontae to click like that. I feel like he made
Yeah.
that happen himself. And he proved to everyone, he may not have gotten sacked as many times as, because he had a great O line. Their O line pretty good, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like and I feel like he definitely made it work with what he had. Like he made other players shine from like what he did, I feel like.
Yeah.
That's why I put him as like the most individually valuable player.
I like that. I went the same direction as you. I went quarterback. I went Pat Mahomes.
Okay.
You know, I think people are starting to forget how great Patrick Mahomes is. I think it gets blinded in all that hate that people have. I think it gets blinded in all the drama and oh I hate the Chiefs and the Chiefs dynasty and this that. Patrick Mahomes is great. He is great. People did the same thing to that man right there, right? So, and I think my point was proven when Pat Mahomes went down with his torn ACL and the Chiefs looked like garbage without him.
Yep.
They looked like garbage without him. And I think that just proves my point even more because obviously it's going to be a quarterback for this, right? Unfortunately, it's so hard to make an impact on your team when you're not a quarterback. So it was always going to be a quarterback for me. But I think it's Mahomes because people are starting to forget how great this man is. He is putting his team on his back constantly. And because of the plays he's making, he's always in contention with other teams no matter what. I never count Mahomes out, whether it's 1 minute left, right? How we treated Brady, right? And I think that's why a lot of people like to say Mahomes will go down as the greatest of all time because he reminds people so much of Brady and how clutch he is and how great he is and how just purely he can take over a game.
He
And I
was
think just
definitely
people are
built like
forgetting
his
that.
build is so significant. Like he's built like a quarterback should be built. Like
He's
he's a dog.
he's just it sucks that people aren't appreciating greatness. I understand it's annoying to see the Chiefs win every year.
Yes.
I get it. But when he's gone, you're gonna be saying the same stuff about Brady or same thing about Mahomes as you did Brady oh, I wish I appreciated his greatness more. Like Pat Mahomes is that guy.
Yeah.
There's a reason he's got 3 rings right now. There's a reason he's, won MVP multiple times. There's a reason he's won multiple Super Bowl MVPs. You don't just stumble into that. It's because you are great. So I got
It's
Mahomes.
the definitely the needle at the bottom of the haystack. Like that's how I rephrase it. Like you not like you don't find very many quarterbacks that are gonna like even like you could put like say you put Lamar Jackson next to Patrick Mahomes. I don't care if Lamar can run better than Patrick Mahomes or even he definitely can't pass better. He cannot pass better than Patrick Mahomes.
Well,
I
Lamar
don't
Jackson is the highest passer rating of all time.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's as efficient as you know what
I'm
I
just
mean.
saying the stats. I'm just
Right.
saying the
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I'm just like trying to think of a good comparison, like to where, like, say to someone's better at this, but the other person
yeah
is better at this.
yeah.
But Lamar Jackson hasn't won what? How many Super Bowls has Pat Mahomes won? 3. Yeah, exactly. So like you said, that's a big thing in dynasty and in your legacy is how many Super Bowls you win. That's what you play to
And
do.
he won back to back. The only
Back
other
to back.
team, or the team that last did it, was the 04-05 Patriots. So,
Yep.
or no, excuse me, 03-04 Patriots.
Yep. That's
So yeah,
so
winning
I
back
see
to back's a
Patrick
pretty good
Mahomes. Yep.
argument.
I agree.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes is definitely he's up there.
Yep. Well, buddy, that's all I got for you, man. This is a very good episode. I gotta be honest. I think we definitely did better scheduling this stuff out a little bit better. You know,
Yeah,
last time we were
100%.
just kind of on our heels a little bit. So I like what we did this time around. You know,
Yep.
I appreciate you being on here with me.
Yeah.
It's always a blast, dude.
I
Hey,
love
guess
talking
what? We'll
about the
be
Lions.
dude. We'll be here again tomorrow.
Yep.
So I can't wait to see some of the clips that are from this episode.
Yeah. They're
This
definitely
was a
gonna.
good one.
Yep. Took our
If you
time.
guys liked it, we have a whole depending on if you're watching a clip or not, we have the full podcast on the channel. There is a playlist on the channel that you can go to find this full episode if you're watching a clip. If you are watching the full episode, thank you for watching the full episode.
Yep.
Sometimes people just watch the clips and they're missing out on a lot of the in between stuff. So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Seriously, we're coming up on 100 subs. It's gonna be amazing when we hit that. Hopefully, I would like to hit it before February ends. Who knows? But
We'll have a party.
yeah, for 100 subs. I've been your host, Aiden. This is your co-host, Dawson. Yeah, stay. I don't know. Stay what, Dawson? What should this stay?
Stay legitimate.